Hi beautiful thinkers, welcome to Temi's Beautiful Thoughts. Temi here, T-E-M-I. So today we're going to be going through doing an eyeshadow basics 101. That's basically getting everything you need to know about getting a good eyeshadow look done. So if that seems like something you're interested in, stay tuned and I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye. So guys, I'm going to do this video basically how I learned. I learned by watching YouTube and practicing. So I don't know a lot of like technical words or anything like that, but the way that I learned, I just from regular people on YouTube, and that's how I'm going to approach this eyeshadow basics video. If you guys hear someone, that's my little boy being loud. You gotta be quiet, Annie. Okay. All right, so first things first, I want to stress that even after watching this video, practicing as much as you can. If you practice today, you get something wrong, do it again another day, fix it. That's how you get better. If you don't practice, you don't get better. So I want to emphasize that. Can I talk? All right, so when it comes to eyeshadows, like I was saying, certain tools are important, and one of those tools are brushes. You need good brushes to get a good eyeshadow look. Now I have this set that I bought from Amazon a while back. I can't remember how many brushes it came with. It's all eye brushes. I think it's either between 10 and 15 brushes. It was pretty inexpensive and the brushes are good quality. So I'll show you different types. There are basically two types of brushes that you need for a eyeshadow look. The first one is a blending brush, and the second one is a flat eyeshadow packing brush. Flat eyeshadow brush, basically what it's called. Now the blending brushes, I'm gonna show you guys some samples of blending brushes that I have. So I have these three types. These are from the eyeshadow Amazon set. So I have these three types, right? And basically what a blending brush does, it spreads the color, it disperses the color in a large area. So let's say I place the color somewhere on my eye, and I want the color to go further than where I put it and to diffuse. I would take a blending brush and then I'll blend that shadow to basically spread it. So everywhere the blending brush touches, that's how much the shadow is going to spread. So basically that implies that the bigger your blending brush, the more wider your blend is going to be, and the smaller your blending brush, the more not tapered, the more defined and specific your shadow is going to blend. So I have this one that is a very full, put this down, it's a very full eyeshadow brush. I don't know if you guys can see this, and it has a lot of gives, and you want your blending brush to be full and to have a lot of give. But if you compare this to this one is a little bit thinner, but it still has a lot of give too. But this one will give you that specific blend that I told you guys. And this one is also a blending brush, but this one, instead of being like rounded and full, it's like flat, but it still has a lot of hairs, and the hairs have a lot of give. So this one too will be good for a specific blend, not as specific as not as targeted as a blend with this one, but this one too would not give you as much of a spread up blend. So those are your blending brushes. The other types of brushes are flat eyeshadow brushes. So like this one, again from the Amazon eye sets. I will link this set in the description box below if you guys are interested. It's by this brand called Bestow. So anyway, so I'm gonna go from small to large, right? So this first one is a small shader brush. So this one will be good for people that have small eyes, because you see that it doesn't go too far up into my crease. so it will pack on the color a little at a time. Now the next one is a little bit longer, but this one is narrow. There's some flat, you know, I have another one from another brand I will show you guys. So this next one is a little longer, so you see that it goes further into my crease. So if you're someone that has a small eyes, you don't want to use something that is this long. You want to use something that is a bit shorter. And the same thing with this one. This one is even longer. Now I have a brush that I just bought from Wet n Wild. I'm still recording? Yeah, okay. All right, so this are two brushes from Wet n Wild. They are also flat eyeshadow brushes. As you can see, they're flat. Well, let me see. All right, there we go. They're very, very flat. One is small, one is big. And you see the difference between the difference between this one and this one. So this one is wider and longer, and while this one is shorter and it's a bit narrower. So this one will give you more of a wide application. So this one might take you a bit longer to pack on the color. This one shouldn't take you as long to pack the color. But you see that it's still not long. It's not too long that it goes into my crease. And this one is even fatter for people that have really, really big eyes. So this one will pack on the color pretty quickly as well. Okay, so flat shader brushes and blending brushes, and they can come in like different shapes and sizes. But for the purpose of this video, I'm only going to be using two brushes because I want to show you guys that you can get a really nice look with just two brushes. So I'm going to be using this fluffy brush and this small shader brush from that bespoke company. All right, so we got our brush. Next thing you need is the eyeshadow primer. And for me, the best eyeshadow primer that I've used so far is the this one from Wet n Wild. Is Wet n Wild photofocus eyeshadow primer. It's really good, and I have really I have oily eyelids, so if I don't go in with a primer, my eyeshadow will crease. This literally keeps that oil on my lid at bay for the whole day, and I mean the whole day. I wear this to work, so I work 9:30 to 5 every day. And when I go to work and I come back home, I go pick up my son 6:30. I'm home. I don't take off my makeup immediately. I have to do. So I take off my makeup pretty late. I'm wearing my eyeshadow look for at least 12 hours, and this thing keeps it on there. And it's only $4.99 at your drugstore, CVS, Walgreens. You can get this is easily accessible, and that's basically what I want to show you guys, things that you can easily access at either Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, Target, Ulta. You know, things that will be easy to access and also affordable. All right, so I know that for primer, some people use concealer for their eyeshadow looks, but it's not necessary. But I noticed that a lot of times when I use concealer for my eyeshadow looks, it helps the eyeshadow to show up more. But more importantly, I use concealer because I don't know if you can tell that I have some discoloration on my eyelids. So I'll just take a little bit of concealer or even my foundation and just go over it to just cancel all that out. But what I do is I go with my primer first to matte out my eyes, then I go in with the concealer. That's what I always do, because I realize that helps me a lot. But again, I have oily eyelids, so I have to do that. So next thing, hello, quiet. Okay, so since we're going to be using two brushes, I would suggest you get a microfiber. Mine is dirty. Microfiber cloth. You know, you can get this at Dollar Tree. And what you're going to use that for, is if you need to like switch colors, just take your brush, wipe on the wipe it on the microfiber cloth. It's good as new. You can use it again. That's what I do. Okay. So that's that. So let's go to eyeshadow palettes, and I would suggest getting a palette if you're just starting out, or if you're just kind of getting into eyeshadows, because palette gives you a variety of colors that you can choose from, mattes and shimmers, and you can pretty much do a full look, multiple looks with just one palette. So I'm going to show you guys some options, and most of this you can get at the drugstore. All right, so the first one is Wet n Wild. You can't go wrong with Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild has a lot of good eyeshadows. So the one I have is the new they reformulated, so they redid all their eyeshadows, and I'm telling you, I think it's even better because now they have transition shades. We'll talk about transition shades in a bit. Okay, so I have Rosé in the hair, then I have Nude Awakening, then I have, this is Rimmel magnif'eyes. Yeah, this is from Rimmel London, magnif'eyes, and this is their spice edition. It has a lot of like brown, warm brown colors, and this will be very good as well. And this one is, oh, I believe this Wet n Wild one is $7.99. This one is $8.99. Physicians Formula just came out with this butter eyeshadow palette. This one too is really good, and you can get a nice, you know, neutral looks with this, and it even has pop of color, purple and blue, so that one is really good. And I have one from Loreal La Palette Nude 2. I've been using this throughout the month of March, and I really like it. This one will be good for someone that likes more cool tone browns, more mauvey purple looks. This one is really good for that. And then last but not least is this Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette. This is their Reloaded Iconic Fever. This one too is a warm eyeshadow palette. It has mattes, shimmers, you know, you have transition colors, deepening colors, and all that. So, you know, you can choose from any of this. I think any one would be a good option. So which one should I use for today? You know, let's use the Revolution Beauty. I'll use the Revolution Beauty today. Okay. Oh, I didn't tell you guys the price. You know what? I will list the prices and the links to all these products in the comment section in case you guys are interested in getting it. All right. So now let's go to eyeshadow itself. Oh, so the way that I do my eyeshadow is I go crease shade, lead color, and then deepening shade that goes on my outer V. That's how I do all my shadow looks. Now, for those that don't know, your crease is like that. How do I explain it? That like section of your eyes where you see like a little dip. Okay, where your eyeball it begins. If you touch the top of your eyeball, you see that there's like a deep part. That part is basically your crease. Let me use a smaller brush. So this part right here is your crease. And I know that some people don't have like a prominent crease, and for those people that don't have a prominent crease, whenever I come across them as a client, what I do is I go kind of like, I mean everybody has a crease, but some people's own is just be quiet. Like I was saying, everybody has a crease, just that some people's crease is not as obvious as others. So for my clients that theirs is not as obvious, I find where the ball of their eye is, and then I just place the color there, the transition color there. And transition color is basically a color that you use to transition from one color to another. basically. But it's basically a color that is close to your skin tone, and I usually go with colors that are more on the warm orange side, but you can go with a brown color that is maybe a bit more cool or a bit more neutral. That's up to you to find the color that is best for your skin shade. But you don't want the color to be too dark, and you don't want it to be too light that it blends all the way into your skin, or it shows up as too light, or it's too deep and it turns smoky. You just want it to show a hint, just a hint of color, so that whatever color you place after your transition color, it kind of blends it into itself and it looks seamless. Okay, so again, let me run that down. Transition colors go in your crease. They have to be close to your skin tone, have a hint of color to it, not too light, not too dark. All right, so the next color would be your lid color. So that's the color that will show up the most on your eyelid. And oh, one more thing for transition colors, I would suggest you always use matte for your transition shades. Just stick with matte. It's easier, you know. I think it's best, you know. Just stick with matte colors. Now for your lid, you can either go matte or shimmer, and your you can go light or dark. You can go medium. You can go whichever way for the color that goes on your lid. So the color that goes on your lid goes from the base of your eyelash all the way to the edge of your crease. So you don't want to take it too far into your crease, but you just want to stop right at the edge of your crease for your lid color. Now your deepening shade is the color that goes on the outer V, and that just gives the look more dimension. You can skip this, you know, depending on what color you put on your lid. If the color you put on your lid is like a medium tone to deep to dark color, you can skip the deepening shade. But if the color you put on your lid is more of a lighter color, I would suggest go with just something a little bit dark. And it doesn't have to be black. It can be a little bit of a darker brown. It can be a darker plum, you know, just a deeper color to just give the look dimension and pull the look all together. All right, so did we cover everything? I think that's everything I want to talk about. So let's go into the actual demo. I've done my foundation and my brows. So I have a video up where I was doing my brows. If you guys are interested, I'm going to link it somewhere in the cards. All right. I'm going to try and talk through the process. All right. So eyeshadow primer first. And I just go in and just apply it on my eyelid. Straight up. Just a little bit, you don't need a lot. And for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to be using concealer, because I want you guys to see how this eyeshadow that I'm using the Makeup Revolution one. I don't know if you guys can tell how it already matte out my eye already. I love that primer. Alright. Alright. So this is what we're working with over here. So as you can see, that has a lot of transition shades. We have some here for lighter skin tones, and then we have some here for darker skin tones, and then we even have a deepening shade. See, that deepening shade is not black, it's more of like a deep brown, and this can serve as deepening shades as well for like people with lighter skin tones. So let's see. I'm gonna go in with this color right here, and I'm gonna start with that color on the crease. Right in the crease, and I'm gonna start blending. And then when you are blending, go you can either go this way like this, windshield wiper motion, or you can go circular motion, small circles. It just depends on you, what you feel comfortable with. I do both. Sometimes I do this, and sometimes I do this. So just blend. You see how the color spread out all throughout my crease. And I go with my crease color first because it guides me to know where my lid color should stop. You don't want to take that crease color all the way into your brow. Okay, see that there is not much color right here. Okay, so I'm not gonna you know, I just want to show you guys that you can get something really nice with just these three, you know, your lead shade, your crease, and your deepening shade. All right, you know, I want to go with this color. I'll put a picture so that you guys know what color I'm talking about. It's like a pinky mauve color, so I'm gonna go with that color on my eyelid. And I'm not spraying it or anything because I really want to show you guys how the palette works. Alright, this brush is not, and I'm using the flat brush. Alright, so for the lead color, you just want to pat. I've noticed that patting it on gives me more of a concentrated color than swiping it on. Sit down. It seems that this palette will work really good with your fingers, because I don't know if you guys can see, I swatched it on my arm, but it's not showing up. That's another thing, you can use your finger for shimmer shades. Yes, that's much better. All right, I'm gonna go back in with my blending brush, and I'm just gonna blend the edges where I put that shimmer color. All right, I'm gonna use the same flat shader brush. I'm just gonna wipe it off on my microfiber cloth, and then I'm gonna go in to that dark shade on the outer V. And if you, the outer V is basically right here, but I'm not going to pull it all the way out. I'm just going to concentrate it right at the edge. And I'm just going to go in a V motion. And again, I'm just patting in the color. Pat, pat, pat. Okay, then I'm gonna go in with that blending brush again. And just blend in the edges. I'm going in with to just get a little bit more color. So just go back and just, so you just have to keep going back, you know, until you get the intensity and the look that you want. I think I'm fine with that. And I think the look will come out as good as the eyeshadow you use. I don't know if I like this eyeshadow, man. But I know for a fact that the Wet n Wild one is really good. I've used that before. But this is my first time using this one. Well, it's a good thing I used it. Alright, like I was saying, I said I think we got a pretty decent look. So I'm just going to do the second eye real quick. Alright, guys. I would not recommend this palette. I'm sorry. No. Get this one instead. Yeah. This rosé in the hair is much better. Much better. I used it for my bridal shower. This one, I don't know. It's doing what it's doing. All right, so that's basically the entire look. I'm gonna finish my face, and then we'll what do? We'll come back and summarize. All right, to finish the look, I'm going to go in with mascara. Yeah, Maybelline Great Lash mascara. And you can pair this look with lashes if you want, but I don't wear lashes. unless on like very rare occasions. I don't have anything against lashes, I just don't wear it. Alright, so this is another thing we can pair with your eyelid look, which is the eyeliner. On the I've noticed that I like the way that brown looks, but if I want to intensify a look, I will go with black. But I'm using this Wet n Wild on edge long wearing eye pencil, and I'm just gonna line my waterline. And you don't have to do that, this is optional, but I think it just pulls the look all together. You can use it on your, you can use it to tight line as a any. And then the other thing I want to mention is I like the inner corner highlight, right? Any tone. But what you can do is you can use your highlighter. So that's what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use my face highlighter Wet n Wild, just to brighten up the inside. And I'm using the same brush, the same flat brush. There we go. All right, let's see. I'm using this new, what the? Oh. All right. All right, so that's the finished look, guys. I think it came out, it's a pretty, you know, simple, and you can go as dramatic as you want, you can go as light as you want. So run down, right? So you put your transition color in your crease, then you put your lid shade right directly on your lid, then you go with your deepening shade on the outer V. So, and I only used 2 brushes, and like I said, I wouldn't suggest you guys get this palette. It took a lot of working out. This one, I really like this one. I've used this one. I really like this one as well. For someone that wants a cool tone palette, that one is really good. The Loreal palette nude. I just started using this one, but so far so good. And the good thing about this one is it has a purple and a blue. So for someone that you want to play a little bit with color, you know. And the Rimmel one is good as well. Have I used this one? No, I haven't used this particular one, but I've used another one. I have a video of the one that I used. If you want to review, I will link it in the cards. But this one too is really nice. So that's basically it. You guys feel free to like ask a question in the comment section below. You know, if there's anything that I didn't cover, that I should have covered, or something I did not explain properly, feel free to let me know in the comment section below, and I will go into more details in the comment section if you guys ask a question. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you learned something, and if you did learn something or you enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe and share the video, and make sure you comment in this comment section below. And like I said, I will list all the items that I used in the comment section below. See you guys next week. Bye.